The material is, as the name suggests, ebonite. Hello, my name is Chris and this is Writing Delight. Today I have the 3 pens from the new Ebonite series by Cleo Skribent here, with the names Cumberland, Green and Vesuvius. As usual with the Cleo Skribent, the pen comes in a sturdy box, with a cardboard outer packaging. The pens are all in darker tones, with a colored pattern. This is the shaft and the cap. The material is, as the name suggests, ebonite, a very strong material made from natural rubber and sulfur. The pattern is different on each pen. The fountain pens have silvered colored decorative elements. This starts with the tip of the cap with the incorporated logo, continues with the elaborate clip, the decorative ring at the end of the cap, and goes over a shoulder to the end of the shaft. The cap can be unscrewed. Underneath the ebonite grip zone and the rhodium-plated 18-karat two-tone gold nib can be seen. The nib is available in fine, medium and broad. Let's take a look at a few details. Here is a finely crafted clip. It is very finely crafted, but it works well and feels just as stable as a normal clip. It just looks more delicate. Here's the nib in detail. And the front and back thread. And of course the engraving and the decorative ring at the end of the cap. The pen sits well in the hand. It is well balanced for my hand, but it should also sit well in smaller hands. Incidentally, the cap can be screwed onto the back. That's what the rear thread is for. The pen still sits well in the hand. Incidentally, the nib and clip were in the same orientation in all 3 pens I had. So if you screw the cap on the back, the clip is at the top in the writing position. A nice detail. Let's move on to the writing sample. The Cleo Skribent Ebonite is equipped with an 18-karat two-tone gold nib. It glides gently over the paper with a little feedback, and it can also achieve a good line variance. For the test, I filled it with Octopus Fluids Caramel. This fountain pen is very pleasant to write with. I really enjoy writing with it. And with a possible line variance, it can, if you know how to use it and want to, create a very great and lively handwriting. But let's take a quick look at the 3 pens in comparison. From left to right we have the Cumberland variant, the Vesuvius and the Green. So a brown, a red and a green tone. For a direct comparison, the Cleo Skribent Aura Laguna Dragon was also used. But let's move on to the size comparison. As always with the Visconti Homo sapiens, a Voltman Commander 23, a Voltman Grandeur, a Pelikan M800 Blue, and a Lamy Safari. The Ebonite is always a bit longer than the others while it is closed or with the cap removed. You can also find the exact data of the fountain pen in the video description. In the second size comparison, I have it here with the Diplomat Aero, a Diplomat Nexus, a Kaweco Supra, an Otto Hood Design 03, and an online Eleganza. The Cleo Skribent Ebonite is a new version, because this fountain pen already existed, and some changes have been incorporated. For example, the new fountain pen is round and no longer angular. The screw thread is now made of metal, and it has been given a second screw thread for screwing on the cap. A longer grip zone, which is also not as offset to the shaft. There are quite a few changes, and the pen looks good. In my opinion, the facelift did it good. You can now argue whether it looked better with 11 surfaces than round. But I think it now looks more complete, noble. The decorative elements and the general shape ensure this. And the new Ebonite is available, as already mentioned and shown, in the 3 colors variants. Once the Cumberland in a brown tone, the Vesuvius in a red tone and the green in a green tone. With Ebonite we have a natural material. It is natural rubber, so it's a kind of very strong rubber, and that makes every fountain pen unique, because the pattern is always different. And it can create very interesting patterns. Incidentally, Ebonite is also a material that lives, so to speak. It will develop its very own patina over time, through use, the sun, the external influences in fact. It becomes an absolutely unique piece. Something that accounts for the charm of this material, and of course this fountain pen too. But it is also a reason why Ebonite has become rare in today's world. Plastic is cheaper and much easier to work with. Here you have to live with the fact that this pen will take on a patina over time. It is alive. It will become absolutely unique. You should be aware of this if you want to buy an Ebonite pen. This pen looks classy, the whole picture. Of course, the fine clip, which we also knew from other Cleo Skribent pens, helps here. It looks light, finely curved lines, and yet it is stable and holds well, if you use the clip. But it is an eye-catcher on its own. The screw-on cap is good, and it's also nice that the thread is repeated here at the end of the shaft. I think the thread in metal is always more beautiful and stable than in the base material, which is Ebonite in this case. The nib in this fountain pen is wonderful. It writes very pleasantly, gliding gently over the paper with little feedback. And not only that, it also achieves a good line variance. However, the nib currently irritates me in one respect. I wrote in the writing sample that it is an 18 karat gold nib. The pens I have are also stamped with this. However, the website currently states that it is a 14 karat gold nib. I don't know whether this is a mistake on the website or whether there has been another change here. But even if it were only available with a 14 karat gold nib in the future, it still writes beautifully. I really like the attention to detail that has been paid here. For one thing, the clip. It is curved and finely crafted and yet stable. In terms of appearance, however, it is very delicate and therefore also elegant. This clip is not only available on the Ebonite. Other Cleo Skribent pens also have this clip, but I still think it's great. The idea alone is something special. The implementation has also been successful. but also the detail that the clip is aligned with the nib when you screw on the cap at the back. A small thing, of course, nothing that jumps out at you, but a good detail. Do you like such details? Let me know in the comments below. All in all, this is a very elegant fountain pen that is well thought out. And it also lives and takes on a patina. And maybe you like it as much as I do. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Cleo Skribent for the test sample. If you liked the review, please leave a like here. See you next time.